key advocacy tool that provides essential information around the state of the fight against corruption, national integrity building efforts, as well as promotes the culture of accountability, transparency, integrity, and evidence-based decision-making across all sectors of Liberia. Under CENTAL's National Integrity Building and Anti-Corruption Program, funded by the government and people of Sweden through the Swedish International Development Corporation Agency, or SIDA, the radio program serves as an engagement, coordination, and advocacy platform that rallies citizens and other stakeholder support for the fight against corruption and bad governance. As part of this program, CENTAL has established the Advocacy and Legal Advice Center, known as ALAC. So the ALAC is an independent platform that enables citizens to freely report and seek redress to corruption and other integrity-related issues within their communities, counties, and the country at large. There is a team of professionals at ALAC, including lawyers who are ready and willing to respond to whatever complaint you may file. So we encourage our citizens to take advantage of this process so that we all can join the fight against corruption in Liberia. There are different means through which you can contact our Advocacy and Legal Advice Center. The email address, the email is alac@cental.org.lr. It's spelled ALAC@CENTAL.org.lr. The Facebook address is just CENTAL ALAC. CENTALAC, all in uppercase. The hotline number 4432. 4432 is the hotline number that you can call to report issues about corruption, integrity related. So you need access to information. You can come over our offices just opposite the John F. Kennedy Medical Center in CENTAL on 22nd Street. Come over. CENTAL is just located upstairs, so you can be able to interact with us. The team will be ready and willing to respond to your complaint. If you need access to information, like we said, you need legal advice, you can come over. Our legal team will help you, give you written legal advice. So sometimes some things that we go to court for or we go to court about be, just common misunderstanding. We don't just understand what the legal ramification of some of the things that we want to go for litigation on. So if you come, and our team can sit with you and they provide you, have that conference with you and provide legal advice to you and see whether this matter warrants going to court. It warrants taking all of the time. I just got reminded about a post from one of my colleagues who asking for librarians to pay more money to lawyers. So she's asking that librarians you need to pay your lawyers so that they can be running around in the courtroom, that small thing. So I mean, it helps to avoid you going to court and running around and paying your little cents, a little nickel and dime. So we can provide legal advice just free of charge. Every transaction at the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia, especially our Advocacy and Legal Advice Center, is free. So you come over and we can help you to make this country, we can help you and we all can make this country better. So the Integrity Watch radio program is very civil and informative with zero tolerance on the use of invectives and other denigrating comments. So guests appearing on this platform, they are guided by this rule. So today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday, October 12, 2022, and this edition of the program is playing host to members or the county field officers of the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. So today we are going to be speaking with and getting update from Bomi County, where we have Viney Freeman. Viney Freeman is our county field officer in Bomi County. He's going to be providing us updates about his own activities in the county. And from Bomi County, we are going to go over to Rivercess. In Rivercess County, the city of natural beauty, we're going to be speaking with Gabriel Sauer. Gabriel Sauer is our county field officer in Rivercess County. And then from Rivercess, we are going to come further and come to Grand Bassa County. So the three county field officers are going to be the one we're going to be speaking with. So in Grand Bassa County, we have Newman. Newman Witton is our county field officer in Grand Bassa County. So the three of them, we're going to be speaking with them this morning to provide updates on their different activities in these counties. So like we've already always said on this program, CENTAL is implementing a 3.5 or 3.5 year national integrity building anti-corruption program. So the program seeks to empower citizens with relevant pieces of information to demand for accountability. So how are we doing it? In order to do that, we covered the program covers 7 counties. So the 3 counties we just mentioned, uh, Rivers, Bomi, Rivercess, Grand Bassa, they are part of the 7. So we have county field officers in these counties. So the rest of the counties, we have Nimba, we have Bong, we have Bapolu. So in Monserrado County. So we have county field officers in all of these counties, and we're going to be speaking with them as we have always done on this program. So, and the essence is because they are engaging with community members, they are engaging with schools, they are engaging with the markets, and they are engaging with, having cross, like our operation is like an auto so we're moving across the different sectors. We are leaving no stone unturned, moving and engaging everybody, every homes, every homeless, everywhere, every village. We are trying to reach, especially the places, the communities, targeted communities that we are working. We want to make sure that we preach the message of integrity building to everybody. At the same time, we are engaging at the upper level through the National Integrity Forum. I mean, the engagements are just all across the different places, engaging communities, engaging CSOs, engaging CBOs, engaging different sectors, engaging different max ministries, agencies, and commissions. So I mean, we are just moving about and making sure that we have these engagements. So before we do that and go to our county field officers, let us take little things that matter. One of the little things that matter, it's usual that we speak to the President of Liberia, His Excellency, Dr. George Manenwia. Good morning, Your Excellency, and good morning to the people of Liberia. Your Excellency, thank you. As always, we express our appreciation to you. I mean, it's not easy to lead. I mean, imagine just to lead a family. It's not an easy thing, at least to talk about leading a country. It is not an easy thing. We understand that, Your Excellency. It's not easy. But in all that, we say thank you. Thank you for the leadership so far. Thank you for the decisions that you've taken so far in the interest of our country. However, there are things that we will always bring to your attention that we will not bite our tongues on. We will always speak to them and bring them to your attention so that you know about some of these things that are happening. Number one on our list, Your Excellency, it seems this rice issue has not been resolved. Neither have we heard nor seen concrete actions that are meant to resolve this particular situation. I say that again, Your Excellency. It seems the issue about rice shortage on the Liberian market is far from resolved. What we have seen and what we've heard rather has been more of contradictory statements coming from officials and people who are supposed to be providing leadership, including yourself. Your Excellency, I think this particular matter regarding the rice, we still see people gathered. We still see people gathered in huge number in front of warehouse where it is believed there is rice available. Your Excellency, what we keep hearing from your officials, they keep confusing the public about availability in warehouse and availability on the market. The two things are quite different. Availability, you cannot tell the people that rice is available in the country when it is stockpiled in warehouses. That is not availability. Availability for the people of Liberia will mean that the rice is available on the market, that they can just go to the nearby shops and they have access to the rice. And they don't have to be jumping over fence. They don't have to be, fighting their way and bustling and hustling to make sure that they have access to just a bag of rice. Your Excellency, this is wrong. Your Excellency, the people, with your officials keep telling the people it is unfair. This is deception. How will you tell the people that rice is available in the country, but yet it's still stockpiled in warehouses, but you're showing us pictures of rice available in the country? Then so what? So what? Rice is available in the country. It means that the rice should be available in the different stores and shops so that people can just have access to it easily. The reason why people are selling the rice at high prices because before you even have access to the quantity of rice that you need, you have paid perhaps even more than the money that you're supposed to spend to buy the rice. Yes. Before you have the rice as it is now, before you have the quantity of rice that you want, you have already paid perhaps that have even exceeded the money that you're supposed to pay for that rice. So what do you expect the marketers to do? When they have access to it and take it to the community, they skyrocket the price so that they can maximize their profit. That is business. So we can't blame the people. It is you who's supposed to make sure that the right things are done, to make sure that these warehouse owners, they put the rice in the market, they make the rice available so that people can take them to the shops, take them to the stores in the community, take them in the marketplaces, so that people can have access to it. But it is completely unfair for officials of government to come on radio, on national stations, and tell the people that we have rice available in the country, taking pictures of rice in warehouses. This is complete deception. Your Excellency, tell your officials to stop this. This is wrong. They can't do this to the Liberian people. The people of Liberia deserve too much better. That officials of government will be bad-mouthing them, making them to feel not important to themselves. This is wrong. Your Excellency, please speak to your officials. Let them stop this. This is not fair. The commodity is not available in the market. The commodity may be available in the warehouses, but it is not available in the market. Let us distinguish this very clear. Availability in warehouses cannot be the same as availability in the market. Availability in a ship that docked at the port of Freeport of Monrovia is not availability of rice on the local market. What we want to see the rice available so that people can stop hurting themselves. See what's happening over there. See what's happening. People are struggling to have access to rice. Your Excellency, we think that is wrong. Another thing that we have seen, especially on the rice issue, Your Excellency, officials of government seem to be scapegoating their responsibilities. They are not taking responsibility for their I would say that bluntly, ineptitude and errors. Yes, some officials of government are seriously inept, so they don't even know what to do. So for that reason, when things go bad, then they look for people that will scapegoat, and they use those people as a cover-up. This rice issue started long ago. When the information started to come up, people denied. Now it reached to the point where solutions seem to be lacking. So now they're looking for people that they will be scapegoating and looking around this. Your Excellency, please let your officials be focused on doing the work for which you've asked them to, you have appointed them. When they get there, if somebody is not capable of doing a particular piece of job to deliver on behalf of deliver the goods and services to the people of Liberia, let them step aside. There are many qualified Liberians that are supposed to serve and make sure that the people of Liberia have what they deserve. The people of Liberia need to have access to services. They don't need to be struggling to have things that they're supposed to pay for. We need to do that. Let officials stop scapegoating their responsibilities and trying to look for people that they will blame. The next thing we want to talk to our people for a little while. So let us let's go to Your Excellency. Another thing we want to bring to your attention again: the Ministry of Health. The Ministry of Health Global Fund report is up, and that report is damning for the Ministry of Health. Please, Global Fund is telling the Liberian people in their report that the Ministry of Health funds certain amount of money, $500,000. You need to make sure that something is done about these donors' money. We can't be treating donor resources just anyhow. The same way we're treating our resources, people are accused of corrupting our resources, and we let them to go free. Like since we suspended or they resigned from the government. The 3 officials who were sanctioned by the U.S. government under pressure, since they resigned from the government, that's all. Nothing else is being heard about it. That's the end of the case. This cannot be the case of donor resources. If the partners bring money to be spent on a particular project, on projects in the country, let's make sure that we account for these resources, because it's going to encourage them to even do more. But if we start to reportedly, corrupt their resources and nothing comes from all of it, I mean, it's going to discourage them. Already, we have seen the serious fatigue. We don't see investors coming into the country. No investor coming to the country. Some of the allegations we keep hearing is that when investors come into the country, they are asked to pay huge bribe, even more than the money they come to invest. So when they go back, they don't return. So Your Excellency, these things are not good sign. With the few donors that we have here, when they put money into the sectors, let them have. If there's anything that went wrong, let those who may have done something contrary to what was expected, let them be accountable, be held accountable. Thank you. Those are things we wanted to bring to your attention, Your Excellency. The next thing we want to talk about to our lawmakers. You have 3 cardinal responsibilities. Lawmaking. It means that you should make law that will be beneficial to the people. You should make law that will be sensitive to the well-being, the welfare of the people. But when you make law that will be anti-human, when you make law that will go against the people, then your role now as lawmaker, it becomes questionable. The last time we hosted ARET, there are people who we elected, and since they went to the Capitol building, they have not made one comment, and they just sit down there and say, follow, so say one, so say all. I mean, these are the kind of people we elected. They are seated there, and we pay them huge amount of money, no value for money. So why did we elect these people? They have not even made one comment on issue. They have not even proffered one bill, but they've been there, some of them for 4 years, some of them for 5 years. And we're paying them huge amount of money. These are the people who benefited from $30,000 each. In fact, we're paying them, and civil servant cannot even have money added to their salary. All the money in the dish around, not a penny has been added to civil servant salary. But yet, these are the people who are doing the bulk of the work for the government. I mean, then the next responsibility of lawmakers will be to have oversight. You have oversight responsibility to make sure that these people who are given responsibility by the president or the executive to make sure that they implement the things that they've been given responsibility for. So you hold them, bringing check and balance, ensuring check and balance. When people are not going right, you hold them accountable and ask them the hard questions. But because some of you are conflicted, so you don't even have ground to ask people questions. Yes, some of you are conflicted. You have organizations as lawmakers who have oversight over ministries and agencies. You got organizations that you are awarding contract to yourself. So how do you expect to hold these people accountable? That's conflict of interest. So how do you do that? So that's why, and the next thing you're supposed to be doing to represent, you are speaking, you are in place of. So you're representing somebody, it means that you are in place of. Everybody will not go to that Capitol building. That is why they elected you to go there. But since you went there, you are not made one comment. You are not said anything since you went there. Just bubble. You sit down there and you just browsing on phone all day. At the end of the day, you pack your bag and go home. When your children ask you, you don't even have shame for yourself. You've been elected 5 years. You've been over there. You're not even proper one bill. This to talk about, speaking to things that will benefit your people. I mean, that's shame on you. And there are people who are there, they sit there with 2023 coming here again. We're going to elect some of them again. They will go there and they will not do anything. And we'll still run behind them because they will bring little or damn to us. To the young people of Liberia, on elections and you, let us be careful. 2017, young people from the ages of 18 to 35, they constituted 70% of the voting population. So the registered voter at that time were 2.1 registered, 2.1 million registered voters at that time. So the 2.1 million young people, 70%, that we have high decision-making power, but let us not abuse it. Let's not vote for people on the basis of just liking them. It has harmed our country. It has not done any good for our country. You see what has happened. We elected people who have gone to different positions and they've done nothing for the country, rather only to steal from us. So let us make sure that our decisions are based on what will benefit Liberia, on what will benefit the larger population and not yourself. The reason why these things happen because for too long we've been selling our votes. You sell your vote for little or nothing. And when the people buy your vote and they get elected, they go there and say they only to get what they spent. So you need to be wise and think about how you're going to vote in the interest of Liberia and vote for people that will be. Do not vote for rogues. Do not vote for criminal. A criminal is just a criminal, a rogue is just a rogue. If you like a rogue, the only difference you will be making will be the person will go there. When they were down, they only have access to little. But when they get up there, they will have access to more. So it means that they were stealing thousands down here. When they get there, they steal millions. So that's the only difference you're going to be making. So be wise and evaluate these people very well. Let's do that and make Liberia a better place. Let us take a break. When we come back, we go over to our guest. We go to Bomi County to speak with our county field officer in Vani Freeman. Let's take a break. When we come back, we join our CFO.
Yeah, but you
The 6.1 FM. Like we said, today we are playing host to our county field officers. Currently on the line is Vani Freeman. He's in Bomi County and he's assigned as our county field officer. Our main is Center for Transparency in the Accountability area. So Vani has been engaged with different activities over the past days or weeks. So we're now joining Vani to get update from him. Vani, Monkey. Tenga. Thank you. Okay, buddy. How is the family? How is Bomi?
Bomi is okay. okay. Everybody is doing good. We are keeping strong in Bomi.
Okay. All right. Let's get your update. What are the activities you've been involved with? In fact, thanks for the readout. I think it was good. Let's hear you. What are the things you've been doing? Let's tell the people.
Yeah, basically since the inception of the clear phase of the National Integrated Bilingual Corruption Program, we are continuing with our community engagement alongside with our school engagement. So for the past time, we had the opportunity to visit the CS Central High School in Bomi County, where we were privileged to talk to the students basically on corruption issues. How do they go about maintaining impact, accountability in all of their dealings, more especially as they continue to strive for quality education. So in that, the NECO meeting, we were privileged to have about 250 students in attendance.
Okay.
Because we are calling the opportunity by the school administration to visit the entire senior high section.
Okay.
So we were able to get about 250 participants.
Okay.
We also continue with our stakeholder engagement, which is also we want to speak to him and some of the senior administrators there on how do they intend to tackle corruption. So interestingly, it's about who was able to stand living our integrated flesh, and some of the administrators that also made a commitment that under his leadership, corruption will be declared as the public number one enemy. For the past time again, we were also able to engage the rural communities in Toggenburg, and we visited Clinton. As I speak to you currently, in continuation of my other school engagement, I'm currently on the Getting Young School campus in Clinton in continuation of my awareness activity.
Great, great. What are the participants telling you? What are they saying? How are they committing themselves to this process?
Yeah, most of the participants, the issue of this corruption issue in Minnesota is an old age problem in Labrador. More especially, all of the participants are aware that it is because of corruption that Labrador is underdeveloped right now. So they are saying that the only way Labrador can be developed, this corruption issue must be a collective fight. Whether you are in government, you are in the private sector, every citizen must see it as an urgent call. So they are calling on national government to ensure that all of the laws that are coming out in the fight against corruption, when people are following those acts, they should be penalized to serve as a deterrent. Because if those things are not done properly, the issue of corruption will not be eradicated in Labrador. But it's okay that every citizen in my interested in know is we want to discuss the issue of corruption because it's affecting every sector of our country. So even the students are also discussing corruption issues where they are saying that the only way we can get rid of corruption, in fact, the government or under the Ministry of Education, they should have the opportunity to include it in the curriculum where people will be taught the impact of corruption, and students can be able to grow with it because people only look at corruption issues from people who are in government or in top public places, but corruption is as far as low as the home. So everybody is involved, the participants are getting involved in those discussions.
Well, I think that's a very good recommendation to include integrated building education in the curriculum. I think that's a very good recommendation coming from the students. Yeah, so I think that is very good. So what are you? You say you're currently on you in Clayton, right?
Yeah, I'm in Clayton. I'm currently on the Getting Young School campus. I keep in continuation of my art club's engagement.
Okay.
The art club engagement is the company we have the opportunity to frequently engage with the students. And Getting Young is one of the government public high schools in Bomi here in Clayton. So I came this morning again to continue my engagement with the students.
Okay, Fanny. Thank you so much. Your background is getting more noisy. I mean, thank you so much for the update. We will, from time to time, get to you to get updates from you and bring it to the public as we do on this program. Thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, Mr. Soda. Thank you.
Thank you so much. His name is Vani Freeman. He is our county field officer in Bomi County, and one of the things, and the people are calling for an end to the culture of impunity, and then also the students are recommending that the issue about integrated building be placed into the curriculum so that we can be able to make sure that we deal with the issue about corruption in our country and address the culture of impunity. Indeed, the culture of impunity is seriously responsible for most of the things that we find ourselves in the country. So the program is Integrity Watch, and it's a 1 hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is aired every Wednesday on Truth 96.1 FM. It runs from 11 to 12 noon, and a repeat of the program will be on Sunday from 9 to 10. So currently, we have on the line, like we said, we will be speaking to our Rivercess County field officer, and we have on the line Gabriel Sawa. He's in Rivercess County, the city of natural beauty. Gabriel, Moyo, I wanted. Okay. All right. Thank you. Thank you so much. Let's go to English now. How is Rivercess County?
Yeah, Rivercess is fun. Rivercess is good. We have a very good weather today. Very, very good weather. And we're doing great here today.
Okay. Let's hear from you. And how's your family doing too?
Yeah, the family is doing well. And in terms of our activities under the National Integrity Building Anti-Corruption Program, we're also doing well with the tail fees of the NIMBA project here in Rivercess County.
Okay.
We just started most of our activities in September.
Okay.
Yeah, on the tail fees, and we in September we were able to cover 115 people participating in our activities. And most of these activities were run of the community engagement or ALAC activities.
Okay.
Yeah. So the 115 people at that time, school are not yet fully started. Most of the school will be late September and early or October.
Okay.
So the 150 people that participated in our activities in September were all from the communities. So when you contribute that, it means that we cover 51 female and 64 male.
Okay.
So yeah. So and under that also we were able to through our during the engagement 12 persons were able to sign the integrity pledge.
Okay.
Because when we just started the phase of the project, so we needed to do more engagement in the communities and in school so that people could know the importance of signing up to the integrity pledge. So we have 12 persons that sign up for our integrity pledge, and that includes 8 male and 4 female. So all of these activities, because currently the National Integrity Building Anti-Corruption Program is in 6 communities. On the third phase, there were additional 2 communities added.
Okay.
The first and the second phase of the project were working in 4 communities that include Cestos, Dalton, Little Liberia, and Yapatan. But we are added Charlottetown and Timo Beach or communities to the existing 4 communities to expand the activities, not just within these 4 communities, but outside of the 4 communities. So we added additional 4 communities, most especially the populated area in Rivercess that include Timo Town or Charlottetown. So these are areas very populated, and these are areas also that host polling stations, because we also linking our messages now with elections-related messages.
Okay.
Yeah, in terms of our people looking out for the issue of voter tracking,
Okay.
because voter registration will join check this start. There's also an art of corruption for the people to also look for in terms of our election financing, how politicians are spending in these election times. So it's a combination of our existing messages with election-related messages, because CENTAL is also working that we must have a very free, fair, and transparent elections in 2023.
Okay, Gabriel, let's get the stats correctly. You said you initially were working in 4 communities.
In 4 communities, and 4 communities include
Yes, and you added 2
additional 2.
Okay, because you said initially in your comment about 4 added to
4 communities. Yeah, so the 4 communities who were working in, so we added additional 2 communities that include Charlottetown and Timo Beach community.
Okay, so what are the people saying? What are the things that are standing tall of all of the engagements you are having with the people? What
Yeah,
are they
and all of the engagement we're having is that we happy that the people have taken CENTAL to be key in terms of the fight against corruption in Liberia, and most especially when it comes to issue of corruption relating to the communities. They will always call on us. We're working with them in terms of some of those minor or corruption-related issues in the community, that either in the school or related to community issues, or they want to say much about the County Social Development Fund that CENTAL has a specific project on how to do the open expenditure initiative that we're always conducting open expenditure flow in the country. And since I took over from my predecessors, I have supervised 3 open expenditure forum. We hosted one in 2 ancestors, and the last one was in Yapatan. This year, we also expecting to host another one. So basically, they will want to know much about the County Social Development Fund. These are key questions they ask, and we'll always try to provide this information for. And luckily for all same is that the Secretary of Rivercess have not been having a time he's been able to participate in most of our activities since we took over. So in September, we were able to conduct a stakeholder engagement at an administrative building where the Secretary was present. At his office, we spent about 1 hour, 30 minutes talking to him about our activities. He said he's been hearing about CENTAL, he's been hearing about some of the activities we've been doing, but he had not had the time due to his own health to participate. So we were able to explain to him some of our findings in terms of projects in the country and presented to him some of the documents. And he was clear that, yes, indeed, CENTAL was right with some of these findings when it comes to monitoring projects in the country. That contractors were running away with the County Social Development funding money with projects, and they were going out and were running after them. He sort of said that he did not even know some of these contractors, and probably they were hired from either through his assistant or other means. So he said, yes, I read some of the reports from CENTAL, and CENTAL actually read in terms of their monitoring.
Okay,
so we also signed, and we're also happy that he signed to the integrity pledge. He was one of the key government officials that have signed onto our integrity pledge with a couple of commissioners and some of his deputy.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much, Gabriel. It was nice.
Thank you, sir.
It was nice talking with you, and please continue your engagements in the different areas and with different stakeholders.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. His name is Gabriel Sawa. He's our Rivercess County Field Officer, and he's been giving us update about activities in that part of the country. And the county field officers keep mentioning our pledge and tariff freeze. So the our pledges are pieces of document that we give to partners and people we engage with to just commit themselves to living with integrity and reporting issues about corruption, because we are aware that the fight against corruption can never be won. It would never be successful if all of us don't work together to make this happen. So we give this as a conscientious document to people who we engage with to sign on to it. So the next one is the tariff phase. So the project has different phases. The program has different phases. So phase 1 has ended. Phase 1 ended. Phase 2 has ended, and we just started phase 3. So these are the phases they are talking about. So currently on the line, we have with us the Grand Bassa County Field Officer. He's Newman Witton. He is in Grand Bassa County as our County Field Officer, and he's currently on the line. Newman, I want to Oh, okay. Let's talk English now. How is Grand Bassa?
Well, Grand Bassa is going pretty well. Normal activities ongoing. Just that the scarcity of rights is another issue we can keep talking about. But thank God, the peace is here, and we are protecting it. Yeah, it's here.
And how's the family? How are the darling girls?
Oh, they are doing pretty well. They are all in school. As you are aware, that 12 graders, so they are all doing fine. Getting ready to take all the maximum authority to the power.
Great, thank you so much. That's a good father. Okay, let's hear you. What are the things that you've been doing of recent?
Well, recent, in continuation of our awareness with the National Integrity Building and Anti-Corruption Program, that is a flagship program of CENTAL, we have been engaging other communities that we did not reach in year 1 and 2, and other areas that we have not actually touched base. Also, we have been engaging community people and having stakeholder meetings and meeting school administrators and students, making sure that they are informed about the program and they can all join to build a culture of defense integrity, and we all can fight corruption to make our world better place.
Great. So you care to mention how many? Numan, where are you? How are you?
Interestingly, I'm in the field. During
Okay.
my awareness, I have to pause for the walking course and just got to participate in the way small because I already been told that you were going to call me. Sorry
Okay.
that I'm in the relevant market and it's kind of around the Morocco Junction.
Oh, okay, no problem, no problem. I think we can just take it at that. You care to tell us some of the communities that you've visited so far?
Yes, recently visited the KFC community around the Bago Lane area. Every community is located in actual mental perception area.
Okay.
So we were there, we held meetings, and we have more than 60 persons attending that meeting. So this is one of the communities, these are one of the communities we have not actually reached our activities to because the road condition, but thank God we're able to reach here, and the communities welcome us and we're happy to know about the program that is ongoing.
Okay. So you said you are in the market currently, trying to speak with, engaging with the marketers, right?
Sure, sir.
Okay. So what?
Yeah. Go ahead, sir.
Of the engagements you've been having, what are the things that are standing tall from all of the people? What are they saying?
Well, from what we're hearing from the people, they are concerned about the issue of corruption. Some are still equal with this belief that corruption can leave Liberia. But then we are hopeful, some are still hopeful and say yes, we think when we all can join this fight, the issue of corruption will reduce. But key among them have been the issue of corruption in the health sector. There have been one issue, the women, even in the market are saying they carry their family to the hospital, they have to buy even hand gloves. So people in the system will show them where to go and buy drugs. So the issue of corruption have been one of the key issues. You can hear them shouting because I think somebody listening.
Okay.
And yes, just affirmative of what they have been saying to us.
Okay.
Other people are also concerned about the school. It will be interesting to know that parents pay huge sum of money to educate their children. Unfortunately, there are still some bad apples in those schools who are actually extorting those children, either asking for money to give them grades or grades for sex.
Okay.
You know, impacting students at home. So parents and students generally are happy that they have the way now they can report corruption, and then they also are actually impressed that they themselves get notified and also work on themselves for cheating. Because you will be aware corruption that a common one. Even in the market, you find some of the market women melting candles in the cup and selling it, thinking that it's a big corporation, most especially with the scarcity of rice on the Liberian market. And then you come and see the cup, now inside they have candle melted, so it's not the whole size of the cup again. So the corruption is in different forms, and it's sometimes even difficult to even identify easily. So they themselves are concerned. We are doing it for ourselves according to them. So it will be a better place because we will build a culture of French integrity.
All right, thank you so much, Numan. It was nice talking with you. Anything else you wanted to add?
Yeah, quickly, I don't want to talk about the Pakoli community that I visited recently.
Okay.
Yeah, there were some key issues coming on, and that have to do with land. The people there have actually been concerned. In fact, they have been taken to court. They said one family said the land they have been from their forefather belongs to the Cummings family, and so they were taken to court. That issue came up from their awareness, so they were glad that they have a free legal service they can talk to give them legal advice concerning the issue. So land have been a major concern for some of those people here, and they are fear that they will be evicted from their land.
Okay. Thank you so much, Numan. All right, thanks so much. We are sorry for the feedback. Movement, like he said, he's in the field. So the county field officers, they engage with different community and different sectors, talking to people and raising awareness, creating awareness about integrated building, how all of us can work together to make Liberia a better place. So he said it right, grade for sex. Most people will say sex for grade. But when you say sex for grade, it turned it the other around as though the students are the one who are offering the sex to receive the grade. But rather, it is the people who are the custodians, who are the instructors. They are the ones who demand for sex to give grades. So it's grade for sex. So that's something I just wanted to flag so that you understand that most of even those who are in the advocacy arena, they still have it confused and they say sex for grade. No, it's rather grade for sex. Thank you so much. We've been talking to our county field officers in we spoke with them from the first person, Vani Freeman. We spoke with Vani. Vani is assigned in Bomi County, and he said he's in the field currently. He's engaging with in a clear community. He's engaging with schools on our integrated clubs. So the integrated clubs, we have engagement with students. So it's a cross-cutting engagement we are having. We engage all sectors. So schools, we go to high schools, go to colleges, universities to engage with students and talk to them about different things that how all of us can join the fight against corruption. We also engage with community members, public servants, civil servants, whether public officials, whether ordinary citizens. We go to the communities, we have engagements of these different community engagements, have a dialogue, and people talk about the open expenditure initiative. One of the open expenditure initiative also, we have these different forums and different where we bring county leadership, and the citizens together so that they can talk about developmental issues in the county. So at CENTAL, we don't just speak it, but we do it. We move out to make sure that we provide options. So part of the options that we are providing the sample with all of the services, the fees and services that are charged by different service providers, public service providers, like the Ministry of Internal Affairs. The Ministry of Internal Affairs, is responsible for the marriage certificate. So we have the sample there so that you can be able to see the fees and services that are rendered by the Ministry of Internal Affairs. We have the National Social Security and Welfare Corporation. We are moving on to go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, the Passport Division. We are moving on to go to the Ministry of Health, Vital Statistics Division. So we want to make sure that we place all of these fees and services that are rendered by these different institutions so that when people go there, they will not be subjected to paying bribes. So that's why we are doing. We don't just talk it, but we do it, and we make sure that we provide options. Even in our press statements and press releases that we issue, we provide recommendations. But I mean, whether they take it or leave it, but we remain who we are, and that's what we do. That's the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. The program is Integrity Watch, the 1 hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. We want to give our people out there the time to participate. If you're out there, you want to be live on the program, the number to call 077-01-75162. 077-01-75162. That's the number to call to be live on the program Integrity Watch. Today we are live on Truth 96.1 FM. And we've been talking to our county field officers, and they've been giving you updates on their different engagements and activities they are involved with in the counties. Like we said, as a Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia, we're not going to sit on the fence in these elections. We are going to be participants. We are going to be influencing decisions that will drive a credible, peaceful, transparent, and very fair elections in our country. So we are going to be influencers. So we influence the process by informing you and telling you what you need to know. Because some of the times when people don't know, they do things ignorantly. So because of ignorance, our people have suffered. So as a result of that, we said to ourselves and we said as an institution, let us not sit on the fence because it's a true issue with us on security and it is issues about accountability. So the number to call 077-0175-162. That's the number to call if you want to be part of this program. You can call that number and be live on the program. Integrity Watch is a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability. How about our first caller on the line? Good morning.
Yeah, morning. I'm Paul Mulder calling from Buchanan.
Hello, what's up? How are you? How is Buchanan?
Yeah, Buchanan is fine. My brother is not easy. Since last month up to now, we haven't taken pay. What would the civil say? We haven't taken pay. I know our children. You know, one will credited it to told the people that we will get money, we'll go and pay, but they get given liberty. The U.S. now, we're hearing that the president pay away the whole America up to now, no U.S. for us.
You don't have fact to that. I just state why the issue.
We don't take pay on the 12th, but it's surprising to us. Why do we pay on liberty? They can't pay on the U.S. So it's surprising to us.
Okay.
Up to now, we can't get money. Our children, they come with complaint issue, this and that. Up to now, we can't get the money and they wouldn't send me. So I just call to say, these are not good factors in the company to bring to us. We are security people. Take care of this, so pay on time.
Okay. I think you're right. You are right.
Yeah, so pay on time. We don't care how to get it. They're not crediting us.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. 0770175-162. That's the number to call to be live on the program Integrity Watch. Today we are live on Truth 96.1 FM. And if you are following us online on Integrity TV, we said thanks for being there. You can leave your comments. We're going to pick up your comments. We'll have our next caller on the line. Good morning. Name, where are you calling from?
Good morning, Mr. Zota.
I'm okay. How are you?
Well, I give God the glory.
Okay.
My name is Derek Zina, and I join you from Chester today.
Mr. Zina, let's hear you.
Thank you so much. The issue of corruption in our country have become a cultural practice.
Okay.
That everybody wants to go into it. But yes. And I told somebody, I said, look, corruption is not just about taking the cash itself, right? But the misuse and the abuse of power. It's a corruption as well.
Of course, yes.
Yes. If you are given a tax to work for the people, for the society, and then you abuse that power, you are corrupting the people. You are corrupting the system. So we find it difficult to understand that even in the church business now, corruption is taking place in the mosques, everywhere. In any nation that is corrupt, my brother, you will never progress.
You're right.
Because of corruption, Africa is dying slowly. We have all the resources. But why you wanting to go to one country? Why?
Okay.
Why are you taking your resources, making rich, making them rich, but you living at the project because you fail to manage your resources. The reason why you have, you pocket farming for yourself and your children. So corruption is washing away our fabric and across the country, my brother. Corruption is too much now. Every little place you go, corruption is there.
Okay, so it requires all of us. It requires all of us working together to make it better. Thank you so much.
We all need to get to the fight.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Your points are well noted. 0770175-162. That's the number to call to be live on the program Integrity Watch. It's a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. So we all have to work together to make this country a better place because without that, it is not possible for this place to be better. It is only you and me who are going to make Liberia a better place. Our partners are going to help, but the decisions that we take is going to be the one that will make Liberia better or take it back to wherever it's not supposed to be. Take this call. Good morning. Fine, thank you. Where are you calling from? Ramsey, let's hear you.
Yeah, I think why I'm saying we're hearing about nothing is happening. That's for me. I just for the academy, join the recruitment, I just go on the data. Because of money situation, some of us some people who will physically speak, in so many cases, but be on money business, that will drag back.
Wait
now.
now.
Our friend and our people now to do the medical
Wait, Ramsey, you wanted to join the police, and the recruitment process started, and what happened? What were you charged? How much were you charged? What for? Where? At the they doing the test at the academy?
Yes.
So you were charged $100 US at the police academy for medical.
Yes.
And you are sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
So many people
Okay. Thank you. I'm asking because we want to follow up on it. That's why I'm asking you. Thank you so much.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
Yes,
we can. We can do it. It requires all of us doing it together. Thank you so much. So it's because of corruption that we celebrate companies that have operated in Liberia. They have extracted our resources and built cities. And we're celebrating them connecting from Ganta to Yekepa, and then we are celebrating. How many cities have been built from the resources from Yekepa? And then just to connect the road, we are celebrating that. Is that why? Because of corruption. That's what has happened. So because of these things, we celebrate little things and think that people are doing much, but they are doing little, but that's what it is. So that's why we must work together to make Liberia a better place. If we don't do that, this country will not be. It requires us making sure that we put Liberia first. During the elections, the decisions that you make, do not make decisions on the basis of lacking people. We said that. Do not make decisions on the basis of party. Make decisions on the basis of Liberia. The interest of Liberia is what should be paramount. So let's work in the interest of Liberia. The program you have been listening to is called Integrity Watch. It's a 1-hour radio program brought to you by the Center for Transparency and Accountability in Liberia. It is aired every Wednesday on Truth 96.1 FM. It runs from 11 to 12 noon, and a repeat of the program is on Sunday from 9 to 10 p.m. My name is Sam Zota. I'm the Media and Communications Officer at CENTAL. My colleagues Mark Bwandao and Geraldine T. Wendy have been behind the camera, making sure our visibility goes beyond the studio. Join us next week, Wednesday, for another edition of the program. Better still, Sunday, 9 to 10 is a repeat. Goodbye.